Don't like walking around this old and empty house. So hold my hand, I'll walk with you, my dear.
Hey guys, today I am bringing you a review of a new product by Maybelline for this past couple months. This is the Elixirs. I've talked about them in so many tutorials, so you know I love them. But I want to talk more about what they're supposed to do versus what they do, as well as lip swatches and telling you why I love them so much. I have 6 colors to show you today, and I did get a good variety of colors across the shade range just to make sure I was getting a good idea, a good feel, because you know, with every line there's hits and misses, and I wanted to kind of talk about some of them. And there are 20 total shades, but I think these are pretty much the 6 that most intrigued me. So for now anyway, I think this is all I'll be getting, but I might get more later. But anyway, that's besides the point. I've been meaning to do this review for a while, but the benefit of waiting so long is I have been able to wear all of these at least twice. So I can tell you more about each individual shade as well as what I think about the line overall. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. I have the Maybelline website open here, and I'm going to kind of read to you what these are supposed to be, because I feel like they're such an interesting product that maybe you guys are like, what are they? Are they gloss or lip color? And here's what Maybelline says.
Fall under the spell of the Elixir effect. Hyper-saturated color, ultra cushiony feel. The new hypnotic lip sensation. Why you'll love it. A trio of concentrate delivers the color of a lipstick, the cushiony care of a lip balm, and the glass shine of a gloss. And then the exclusive smoothing, I'll show you the brush. This is they're calling it the Angora brush. Delivers a polished, even application and smoothing sensation to the lip.
And in general, what I will say is a lot of what they're saying here is accurate. I know it sounds like it's a lot like a lot of products out right now where they're like promising you everything, but it really does deliver, I will say. It says here that they, it says that it has the color of a lipstick, and for the most part that's true. Of the ones I've tried, they're actually all pretty pigmented. I think there are sheerer ones in the line from what I've heard, because I've watched so many reviews of these already since they've been out a while, and yeah, from what I can tell, they are mostly all very pigmented. The cushiony care of a balm. I think these are like the most comfortable lip product to wear. I've heard some people say otherwise. They are a little thick, but to me, it feels like it really does feel like a lip balm. Like, it doesn't feel sticky. It just feels like you have something on your lips, which I kind of like, because sometimes when I don't have anything on my lips, I feel a little like they're just tight, and with these on, they don't feel tight. They feel like they have something on, and they're very soft feeling and very even across the lips. So it just feels really great on the lips, which is part of why I can't stop wearing them. Like, I've hardly worn anything else since I've had them. And then the glass shine of gloss. These are definitely all very shiny. I think, yeah, of all the ones I've had, they're all very shiny. I doubt that differs across the line because of what their format is. I can't imagine that any of them are like matte or anything. I would say, as far as the brush being easy to apply, I really do love the shape. What I do, which you'll see when I'm doing lip swatches to apply these, I guess I can just go ahead and put a little more of this on, is I'll start in the middle, and I usually start in the bottom actually, but it doesn't really matter. Dab it upwards and then go on the top. And as you can see, it did stay inside the lip line. Like, I'm sure if you were being super sloppy with it, it wouldn't. I mean, it's not a miracle product, but as long as you're taking your time somewhat, it works. And I actually have applied at least this color. I wouldn't recommend it as much with like the dark colors, but with Caramel Infused, I have applied it without a mirror, like sitting in the library. I just put a little on, and from what I could tell, it was not all over my face, so that's good. What I do recommend with these is just pick a color you think you're gonna love. Like, the first one I got was Caramel Infused because it's like a darker nude, and I figured to try these out, I want to get something that I can wear with everything so that I can try it a lot. And then I realized how obsessed I was and went and bought 5 more. Hey guys, one quick thing that I'm going to throw in here that I'm adding in at the end, but I forgot to mention that with the application of these, I do not recommend applying them over something. So if you have anything on your lips, be sure to get it off. For the most part, except for the Amethyst one, I just feel like they don't apply that well over anything. I feel like they can kind of chunk up over whatever's on your lips beforehand. Like, you can, but I don't recommend using these as an overcoat type thing. I recommend using it as a one product step. So that is one thing that I think is important to put out there. I will say that some of the colors are not as good as the others. In general, I do really like these. I guess the best thing to do right now is jump in and show you the lip swatches, and then I can kind of tell you a little about each color as you're seeing the swatches. So the first one is the one I'm wearing right now, which you just saw me apply, but it's Caramel Infused. This one is so super gorgeous. Out of the ones I got, only one of them has shimmer. This is not one of them. So it's very creamy on the lips. This one's probably like the most glossy. It's super glossy, and I love that it's pretty much my lip color because, again, it goes with like everything. And also I just feel like it's great to wear because if I don't wear any lip color, sometimes I feel like my lips look so dull, but this is so incredibly shiny. It just looks like I took a clear gloss on, but it's so even across the lips. Like, I feel like, and when I've worn this in tutorials and then taken photos for them, unlike with lipsticks, I feel like this photographs like one solid color, especially this color, but all of them in general. And that's so cool because sometimes they look so patchy in photos and I'm just like, I swear my lips did not look like that. And this one is not one of them. But anyway, yeah, this is like your My Lips But Better type color. I've heard a lot about this one, but I think it's definitely one of the underrated ones in the line, and I'm really glad I have this. Probably, if I went back and only picked up a few, I think that I'd still pick up this one. Next one I'm going to show you, I'm just going from lightest to darkest, but the next one I'm going to show you, I'm going to do next because it's very similar to that Caramel Infused. This is Captivating Carnation, which you can see is a peachy pink type color. To be honest, if I was going to go back, I might only get one of these because they are so similar. Captivating Carnation is definitely a little brighter, a little peachier, but that's not really something I wear a whole lot, so I probably would skip on this. But again, a very creamy finish, very smooth on the lips, as you'll see, just really easy to pull off. I feel like this one, because it has some orange in it, it's maybe a little harder than that Caramel Infused, but still quite pretty. I almost wish it was a little lighter. I think they have a few in their range that are similar colors, but a little lighter, and I almost wish I picked up one of those to have a lighter color to talk about, because I don't really have any incredibly light colors. But yeah, that's Captivating Carnation. Not a must-have for me, but still quite nice. Okay, the next one I'm going to show you is Hibiscus Haven. This one is like a bubblegum pink. I have two pinks, which I'll show you the next one next. But this one's just a little bit lighter and cooler toned. I feel like this one is actually very surprisingly easy to pull off because it is a teeny bit sheerer than most of the rest of the ones I'm going to show you. But it still is quite pigmented, but not like, I kind of am glad that it's not quite as pigmented as it looks because this kind of color would be very hard to pull off. And that's one thing I want to mention about this line. I feel like something that's really great about them is you can, if you go for a color that's not usually your comfort zone, I think it's easier to pull it off in this format because it is so incredibly smooth, easy to apply, and glossy. Even though this color is not really my cup of tea, I think this one actually is very pretty. The other pink I have is this one right here, Fuchsia Flourish. You can see it's a little hotter, like a little darker, and definitely warmer. I actually think I like this one a little bit more, but they're both quite similar. I don't know if I'd get them both. I think I might just go with the Fuchsia one. This one's also more pigmented, and this one I find wears beautifully. Like, all of them last pretty well, but now that I'm getting in, these last three last better than those three because they are a little darker. And this one wears into a beautiful, like, wearable matte pink lip, and I love it. So this one actually is a lot more wearable than any pink I really ever used because I'm not really a pink person, but I think this is very wearable. Again, a creamy finish as well. All of the ones I've shown you thus far have been. The next one I have is this gorgeous red Signature Scarlett. I would say this is one of the must-haves in this line. It's what the model's wearing in the photos, and it's just such a perfect red. It's so super glossy. So obviously if you want a matte red, this is not going to be for you, although to make these matte you can always blot them. But anyway, it's a super creamy high shine red, and I just think it's so like, it's kind of editorial in the sense that it looks like something a model in a magazine would be wearing. And it looks great on her lips, and sometimes when you see that with a product, it doesn't look as good in person, but this one really does. Like, it really looks as good as it does on her, which is shocking and amazing. So definitely, for me, one of the must-haves in this collection. And the last one I have is definitely my least favorite of the bunch. This is Amethyst Potion. I wore this in my Katy Perry look. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous color, and I wish it worked more, but this one has shimmer in it, and I find it's a little more difficult. So with these products, I definitely recommend going for the ones that look creamier, and you can actually tell in the packaging that this has shimmer. I didn't know it would be such a problem. I just find, as you'll see me apply it without anything under it, because in that look I wore a lip liner to make it easier. It's a little chunkier, a little bit less smooth to put on. It actually wears a lot better, I'll say. Once the like shine and shimmer goes away and you kind of like have blotted it a little on your lips, it looks like a nice like berry stain and looks really gorgeous. So it does wear well, but it just doesn't apply that well. And to be honest, with lip products, I usually am putting them on right before I want them to look good. So for me, I definitely think I would check out. They also have another dark color that I was looking at that's a little more red and a little bit darker. It's Caviar Couture, and I might check that one out if I were you. I think that one, it does not have shimmer, I believe. But yeah, they have a lot of purple shades, and for some reason I feel like this is one that a lot of people go for, but I think there'd probably be better purple shades in the line to try out, because there are quite a few. Now, overall, this line is, even though it has a lot of colors, it's not a huge color range, because a lot of the colors are like peachy pinks like these two, or purples. There are a ton of purples in this line, which for some people might be great, but at the same time, purples are not the easiest to wear, so it's kind of odd that they chose to have so many purple tones. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I just feel like I wish they had more, like, I mean, there's only so many colors you could have, but I feel like they could have had more like nude options, or more like orangey, reddy options, because they only have the Scarlett, the Mandarin color, and like one color that looks like a darker brownie red, which I would like to check out. But yeah, I think they could have done a little more with the warmer side of things versus the cooler side. But I do think I think everyone can find a color they would like. It's just a question of if you're going to find a ton of colors you want and get obsessed with them like me. I really do think this lives up to all the claims and the hype that's behind it. I think it's an awesome drugstore lip product. I'm not a fan of like the lip butters or anything like that. I feel like these are so much more moisturizing, so much more comfortable on the lips. I find those very thick feeling on the lips. And even though these are thick, I feel like they're thick going on, which makes them pigmented and opaque, but they don't feel that thick on. So they're very nice to wear and very nice to apply. I definitely think go have a look at the display if I were you, because like the colors don't look quite like they do in the swatches online. So go have a look and pick out like maybe one or two that you'd be interested in. I'd really recommend going for a brighter color because they're very pigmented and beautiful, and then maybe a neutral color that you can wear every day because they are balm feeling, so they're very nice to wear every day. Overall, I think if you stick with the creamy finish versus the shimmery finish, you're going to be alright. By the way, the price point on these, depending where you get them, is like $6 to $9. Definitely look around because the price actually varies quite a bit depending where you are. And they are a little expensive for a lip product, but they're new and exciting, and I couldn't resist, and hopefully you guys check them out. If you have any favorite colors, let me know below, because let's be real, I will end up getting more of these, so definitely let me know your favorites below, and hope you guys found this review helpful. If you did, like it below, subscribe to see more from me. Let me know any things you want me to review, because I'm trying to do more reviews, because I think they're very quick videos and very helpful. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!